Welcome, everyone. We're here at Camp Shelby for another episode of the podcast. I'm here with Bravo Flight Commander, Second Lieutenant Croker. Yeah. So, introduce yourself for us.
I'm Second Lieutenant Croker. As he said, I'm the Bravo Flight Commander. This is my fourth encampment, so I have a bit of experience under my belt. I've been thinking about Flight Commander for a while. Since I just reached Second Lieutenant, I think it would be a good time to attempt Flight Commander. So that's why I'm here.
So, for those who don't know, behind us, this is, what's the name of this activity again?
So this is the LRC Leadership Reaction Course. Right now, my flight is over there in this one, number 6. The goal is to kind of build the flights as a team, have them work together to solve problems. They have a bunch of different stuff they can use to solve, like get across an obstacle course, basically.
So there's a whole bunch of moving parts, whole bunch of moving people. What's your role in all this organized chaos, per se?
For the LRC's sake, I'm kind of mostly a spectator of my flight. I will guide them to hopefully succeed, but I kind of have to let them also figure out their own thing. As for overall at encampment, I make sure my flight and my flight sergeant get, communicated what they need to, get where they need to be, and make sure they're learning and growing, because that's a major part of encampment.
So your Bravo flight, earlier this morning, we had morning formation and we had some awards. Did your flight get any of those awards?
Sadly not. I think we should have definitely got 1 or 2, but we did not.
What about the day before?
So we did get Honor Cadet the day before, which I think is great because my cadet definitely deserved it. He works very hard. Obviously, just like every other cadet here, he needs improvement, but by the end of the week, I think all my cadets will be doing outstanding.
So how do you plan to build improvement throughout the encampment?
So I intend to, obviously, mentor and teach. I hope to make sure that they also, learn some on their own, because obviously I can't teach them everything. They need to do some of it on their own. And I need to make sure they are doing that. I need to facilitate their own learning.
Yeah. That's a great question. I wish everybody could see what's happening back here. I remember when I was a basic last year, I really liked this day when we came out here and did the leadership course. Of course, I was like killing everything, man. It was just me, not my team or anything, no teamwork there, because I'm actually Superman.
I've been to 4 LRCs now. At my basic, we didn't get to do any of the water ones, which is disappointing because they're a lot of fun, but we did get to do some of the others, which I think we should be doing instead of some of these water ones. I think obviously some of the water ones are great, but there's a few that I think are really good examples of how to work together.
True. Oh, I was, of course, I was kidding back there. Last year, we worked as a team to get through everything. But I feel like the water ones teach teamwork as well as perfection. Because if you get something wrong, you're going to end up wet for the rest of the day.
That is very true. Last year, I did one with the rest of the line staff in my squadron, and we had to build a boat, and all of us got soaking wet.
So what would you say last year, you being in encampment, how did that prepare you for being a flight commander now?
So last year I was a first sergeant, so obviously I was getting used to like squadron dynamics, flight dynamics. I was also, training a bit in my leadership skills and helping, lead flight commanders. I also kind of got experience as a squadron commander, as my squadron comm was not originally supposed to be a squad comm, so he was kind of more distant, and he was still doing his previous job that he got transferred from as well, so he basically was never around. So I was kind of doing his job for him. So I got experience as squad comm, which doesn't perfectly translate to flight comm, but it does sort of.
So for all the other cadets listening to this podcast and wanting to come to encampment to be a flight commander, what would your advice be to them?
So for the flight commander position specifically, you need to get good at communicating as well as mentoring, as those are two of the most important things of a flight commander. Obviously, you need to have, experience with drill and all that stuff, but there will also be learning experience to help you learn how to do that stuff better. Like, I do not do opening formation a lot, but I have learned how to do opening formation thanks to this encampment mostly.
So thank you so much. Everyone, that is Second Lieutenant Byron Croker. Thank you so much for your time.
See you later.